And we're in for a doozy this one. An NFC South division rival, Atlanta Falcons, going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the last time the Buccaneers came out, it was a dominating win over the Bears. I believe it was 35 to nothing. It was. And so now back on the road following a bye week. Now, one of the things that happened in that 35 raunt was a injury to Julio Jones. So Jones out for 2 weeks with an abominable tear. And Christian Michael also got hurt that game, 6 weeks out with a broken collarbone. Austin Eckler 1 week back to return, and Cam Chancellor 3 weeks back to return. But we are ready for week number 5, and it's the Buccaneers going against the Dirty Bird and the Atlanta Falcons. Both these teams coming with 3 wins. The Buccaneers 3-1 following the bye week. The Falcons 3-2. So just a half game back of the Buccaneers. And we're going to give the Falcons the red jersey. Yeah, we're going to go with the red. And then we'll go with an old-time Bucs white. There you go. And then offensive playbooks. The Dallas Cowboys worked out very well the first time. So we'll go back with that one. And then, as usual, Baltimore Ravens defense. And we are ready to go and get this underway. Week 5 in the Madden franchise. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 3-1. That one loss coming to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Julio Jones out for this game. Amari Cooper 27 receptions, 352 yards, 2 touchdowns. So Julio's stats, they won't change from this game. McCaffrey 80 carries, 403 yards, 6 touchdowns. To Devontae Freeman 78 carries, 399 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Brandon Graham, Myles Garrett. Graham with 7 tackles. Myles Garrett with 17 tackles. McCaffrey finished with 100 total yards last game. And Aaron Rodgers last game didn't throw an interception. So he is going to be looking to continue that. And A.J. Green looking to get his first touchdown of the year. 26 receptions, 470 yards against Brandon Cooks, 18 receptions. And now A.J. Green's going to be expected to do a lot more. Him and Austin Hooper, as well as Christian McCaffrey, now that Julio Jones is out for 2 weeks. And we are ready for kickoff here at the Atlanta Falcons. And Cordell Patterson will kick it. We'll return it. Patterson looking to make a move. Jukes off one tackle and able to take it to the 22. So a loss of 3. I think this is also called the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And there is Aaron Rodgers. 76 for 117. 1,090 yards. 4 touchdowns. 7 interceptions. His best game of the season came last week before the bye week, last game against the Chicago Bears. Let's see what he does this time around. The Falcons, Tavon Austin to the right, Patterson, Hooper to the right with A.J. Green to the left. Rodgers shotgun formation, looking to throw it quickly, getting that quick throw, and it's Tavon Austin. Austin caught 2 balls last week. The first one was a touchdown, his first catch of the year, and the second one was a 30-yard great deep throw catch to Tavon Austin. And now with Austin in the lineup, look for him to keep that momentum going. So Austin gains 12 yards and it's first down. Rodgers in the shotgun. Hands it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey gets a good block. Gain of about 3 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 7. 2nd and 6. They gave him 4 on that one. Rodgers still going in the shotgun formation. Play action to McCaffrey. Rodgers scrambling. Rodgers taking a huge hit. And Myles Garrett coming off the end with a big tackle there and a sack and a loss of 6 yards. So Rodgers couldn't get that ball out, and that cost him deeply. Here's Rodgers, 5 wide. Looking to throw it. He's got Austin Hooper. Hooper down the middle. Can't come down with it. And Tampa Bay is going to have to punt on their first drive of the game. So here comes Michael Dixon. And Dixon punting it down. And this one's a good one. This one could get inside the 5. Oh! And it's a touchback. And that means Josh Rosen. We saw Josh Allen week 1 for New Orleans. Now Josh Rosen coming up for the Falcons. Rosen, 1,008 yards, 80 for 137, 5 TDs. Excuse me, 5 TDs, 3 interceptions. So Rosen, we know he's got Amari Cooper, he's got Mike Wallace, and he's got Devontae Freeman in the backfield. And Brandon Cooks. This is a team with a lot of speed right now. Here's the handoff. Handoff to Devontae Freeman. Freeman up the middle. Gain of 6 yards. So Atlanta looking to take control of the NFC South early into the season. And a big division win here would go a long way. Because we know tiebreakers and we know how they work. I formation. Rosen from center. Hand off. He goes play action. Now Sean Lee coming on the sack, and both teams record a sack. Sean Lee coming on a blitz, and that's going to be a loss of 11 yards. 3rd down, 15. So we saw Myles Garrett get a sack on the first drive for Tampa Bay, and now Sean Lee with the first sack for Tampa Bay on the Atlanta's first drive. So here's here's Rosen looking to throw. 3rd and long. Rosen going deep down the middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Mike Wallace nearly comes down with the one-handed catch, but it's going to result in a punt. So both teams coming up with a punt on their first drive. And it's Cordell Patterson looking to return it. He's got some speed. Let's see what Patterson can do. Patterson taking it wide. He's going around 3 players, jumping through 1, still on his feet, and takes it to the 44. A good return there. A 14-yard return for Cordell Patterson. So Atlanta forced to punt it, and Tampa Bay gets their second drive of the game. Here's Rodgers in the single back formation under center. Huts it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey, nice little spin move. Keeps on his feet and gets it down. A good rush there. McCaffrey on first down. A gain of 7, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 3. Dante Hightower with the tackle. Rodgers, comfortable handing it off to McCaffrey again. And there's another handoff to McCaffrey. He runs into his own player. It loses a little bit of steam, but he's able to get about 4 yards and good enough for a first down. So with Christine Michael and Austin Eckler out, look for Chris McCaffrey to get the bulk of the carries as he usually does. But there's no real backup. So let's see how Tampa Bay is going to focus their offense. Here's Rodgers looking. Rodgers throwing, and it gets to the fullback, Humanawani, and he's going to hold on to it, and it's going to come up short of a first down. 2nd and inches, but a good catch in traffic by Michael Humanawani. 2nd and inches coming up. Here's Rodgers in the power formation. Lots of linemen, lots of tight ends there to block, and Christian McCaffrey saw that hole and was able to exploit it for a gain of 5. And just like that, Atlanta inside the 30. Here's Rodgers. Single back formation. Rodgers looking to throw. He's got A.J. Green deep. Green, could this be the first one? And that's going to be pass interference. No questions about that one. He held the guy, A.J. Green. It might have even been a little bit overthrow, but definitely a pass interference call, and that is going to take the ball down to the 4-yard line. And that is going to be on Mika Fitzpatrick, who was one-on-one with A.J. Green, and that resulted in a pass interference call. Here's the toss to McCaffrey. McCaffrey looking to get some blockers, and he's actually going to lose a yard or 2, and it's going to be 2 yards. 2nd and goal. So 2nd and goal from the 6. You've seen Tampa Bay early in the season have troubles finding their way into the end zone. When they get down here, Rodgers looking to throw. Rodgers looking for someone, and he takes another hit. And who else? Myles Garrett coming up with the sack. It's going to be 3rd and goal. So Garrett with 2 sacks, both his team sacks. Rodgers going 5 wide. Rodgers looking to the end zone, and he's got A.J. Green. Green's first touchdown of the game on 3rd and long, and the Buccaneers are on the board. A.J. Green, we told you he's going to have to step up with Julio Jones out for 2 weeks, And Green comes away with the first touchdown. He got the pass interference drawn on him, which resulted in the ball getting placed at the 4-yard line. 7 plays, 55 yards, just about 2 minutes. And the Buccaneers strike first. 7-0 on the road. So right now they've outscored their road opponent. So the Buccaneers get that first big touchdown courtesy of A.J. Green. And now the Falcons offense coming back out there, forced to punt it after a Sean Lee sack on the first drive. Here's Josh Rosen, Amari Cooper out wide. 3 to the right in bunch formation. And it's a handoff to Freeman. Devontae Freeman gets a hole. Devontae Freeman, big run. Here's Devontae Freeman down to the 30, the 20, and just like that, the Falcons respond with a touchdown. And it's Devontae Freeman scampering 75 yards to the end zone. And we are an extra point away from being tied just like that. So all Josh Rosen had to do there is hand it off to Devontae Freeman, who got some great blocking from his guard and able to take it outside. And we are tied at 7. 75 yards, 10-second drive. And just like that, as we mentioned, it was 42-0 for the Buccaneers, outscoring their opponents on the road. Not anymore. It's Devontae Freeman, 75 yards to the end zone. Here's Tavon Austin. He's going to get stopped way short at the 20-yard line. But the Buccaneers offense coming right back out there. So we saw one big play from the Falcons. Now can the Buccaneers respond? Game tied at 7. Rodgers in the shotgun formation. Hands it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey looking for a hole. McCaffrey gets that hole, and it's a gain of 5. Christian McCaffrey having himself a great season so far. That's going to bring up 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers. He's going to go play action. He's going to look to throw it. And this time he's able to get it up, but Myles Garrett, hot on his tail, is going to bring up 3rd and 5. Myles Garrett's been a force here in the first quarter. 2 sacks, a knocked on Aaron Rodgers, and it's going to bring up 3rd down 5. Rodgers back. Looking to throw. He's got the tight end, Austin Hooper, down the seam. And that's going to be a gain of 13 and a first down for the Bucs. Austin Hooper hasn't seen a lot of action here in the early part of the season, but gets a good reception there. And he's going to be counted on to do more in the next couple weeks with Julio Jones out. Here's Rodgers. He's going to do a stretch pass. Stretch carry to Christian McCaffrey. And this one works good. Nice juke there from McCaffrey and a good gain there from CMC. And that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. But Christian McCaffrey on the stretch run, able to run about 20 yards. And it's going to be a first down 10 to start the second quarter. So after one quarter, both teams tied at 7. A touchdown from A.J. Green and a Devontae Freeman 75-yard run. Second quarter underway. Buccaneers starting from the Falcons 46. Hand off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey getting a hole there. Nice little move there. And Christian McCaffrey, gain of 8. 8 rushes, 47 yards early on from him. And that is exactly what you want to see from the Buccaneers. They're keeping the run with Christian McCaffrey, which really opens up the play action and opens up a lot more. Here's 2nd and 2. I formation. Hand off to McCaffrey again. And McCaffrey is going to come up just short. It's going to bring up 3rd and inches. Dante Hightower already with 4 tackles today. Here's Rodgers. Strong formation. Hand off to McCaffrey. He gets some blocks. McCaffrey with some space. And he's going to get about 6 yards there. So 10 for 54. That's about 5 yards per carry for run CMC. On pace for over 100. We saw what he did last week. Or last game. 100 yards and a touchdown. Aaron Rodgers actually ran for 2 touchdowns. Today he's got a throwing touchdown. Here's Rodgers. He's got A.J. Green in motion. Rodgers looking to throw. Rodgers got A.J. Green up the middle of the field. Green cutting up north. And a good gain of 7 yards there. So methodically and systematically, Tampa Bay able to move down the field. And it's going to be 2nd and 3. Here's Rodgers. Play action. Rodgers looking. He's going to AJ Green, and that's just going to be overthrown and caught by Atlanta outside of bounds. So it's going to be an incomplete pass, 3rd and 3. Third and 3 from the Falcons 23. Here's Rodgers, 5 wide, looking to throw it. He's got AJ Green on a slant, and Green able to come up with it. And Tampa Bay decides to go no huddle on this one. So wanting to keep the pressure on Atlanta, who are unable to make any defensive changes. Here's Rodgers. Rodgers looking. He's cutting up the middle. Rodgers going to slide down, and he's going to take a bit of a hit, but a gain of 7 there from Aaron Rodgers. A good run there, and it's going to be 2nd and 3. 11 rushes, 9 passes, so good balance there for the Buccaneers. 2nd and 3 from the 10. Rodgers hands it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey going up the middle of the field, and McCaffrey can't get to the end zone. He gets it down to the 3-yard line, but it's going to be 1st and goal. 11 rushes, 61 yards. Jabari Evans with the tackle. Here's Rodgers handing it off to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey's met by the entire defense of the Falcons, and he's going to lose 2 yards there. And it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 5. Here's Rodgers. You got McCaffrey in the backfield with him. Rodgers looking for the tight end, Austin Hooper, and Hooper comes down with his first touchdown of the year. So Aaron Rodgers, 2 touchdown throws, and it's 1 to AJ Green, and just now to Austin Hooper. But a nice drive by the Buccaneers, who put up another 7 points. Extra point from Tucker's good here at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. 14 plays, 78 yards, and a 4-minute and 2-second drive. And the Buccaneers are back in front. Rodgers being a little bit more careful and being the old Rodgers that we used to know. Oh, nice spin around there by Thompson. Thompson nearly takes the house. A nice return there out to the 33. A 36-yard return. So this is Atlanta's 3rd drive. The first one resulted in a punt, and the second one was a 1-play, 75-yard run by Devontae Freeman. Let's see what Josh Rosen does here. And of course, he fakes it. And he's going to get tackled, and it's going to be a sack there by Johnson, the safety, coming on the blitz. You thought maybe after a 75-yard run there by Devontae Freeman that they would do another run with Devontae Freeman, and they decide to go play action, and that results in a sack. Now in the pistol formation with 2 fullbacks. The handoff to Freeman. Freeman bouncing off of tackles, losing, going the wrong way. Devontae Freeman just lost another 8 yards on that one. And that was a bizarre play, and it brings up 3rd and 25. So 3rd and 25. Josh Rosen. He's got 3 to the left and Devontae Freeman behind him. Beside him. And he's going to go play action. Rodgers looking to the middle of the field, and somehow Sean Lee doesn't come down with the interception. It's a 19-yard reception there, and it's going to bring up 4th and 6. So Sean Lee nearly gets that interception, and the result is a punt. And Patterson will return it. Here's Patterson. Nice little spin move. Nice little spin move again. Oh, and Cordell Patterson gets it up to the 21. Nicely done there by Patterson. So here's 1st down for the Buccaneers, who started the ball with the game, so Atlanta will get the ball in the second half. Rodgers going play action. Looking. He's got AJ Green down the middle of the field. Green can't come down with the catch, as it was thrown just a little bit behind him. And it's going to bring 2nd down 10. Rodgers single back formation. He's got Patterson in motion. Rodgers looking for AJ Green, going deep. Green able to come down with this one, and a big catch there from AJ Green makes it all the way down to the 44-yard line of the Falcons. First and goal. Under 2 minutes. Here's Rodgers. Hands off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey, though, met at the line of scrimmage. He's actually going to lose a yard, and it's going to bring 2nd and 11 up. Clock is running, and Tampa Bay has the ball. Rodgers looking to throw. He's got A.J. Green, and he runs into his own player, and there was a miscommunication there, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11 with 1:15. The clock has stopped on the incomplete pass. And let's see if the Buccaneers can keep the drive alive. Here's Rodgers looking to throw it. He's got no time. Going to the middle of the field, and A.J. Green just at the last second able to stay open and make the catch. Green having himself a good start to this game. 5 receptions, 73 yards, and a touchdown. Under a minute to go. Clock still running. Here's Rodgers going down the seam. Cordarrelle Patterson into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Cordarrelle Patterson, his first touchdown catch of the year. And Aaron Rodgers has 3 touchdown passes in the first half to 3 different players. Patterson with the last. And just like that, Cordarrelle Patterson and his speed going right down the seam, and Rodgers hitting him in stride for the 37-yard touchdown. And this one might get blocked, and it will get blocked. And it's going to be a block on the extra point. You don't see a lot of that one, but instead of it being 21-7, it's going to be 20-7. 47 seconds left, all 3 of the timeouts for the Falcons, and they do get the ball at the second half. So if they could put up some points here before the end of the half, that could go a long way. But it's 27 for the Buccaneers. And here's Thompson out. He'll take it to the 24-yard line. And that's where Atlanta's going to start. So Tampa Bay's defense playing well this season. The offense started off a little slow. A win against New Orleans to start the season. And then another win against the Eagles. But both games were tight. And then a loss to the Steelers, and then a blowout win on the road against the Bears. And here's a quick throw to Harris, and that's going to be incomplete. Josh Rosen, only 3 throws here in the first half, and he's 1 for 3 for 19 yards, and that nearly got intercepted. 41 seconds left to go here in the first half. Rosen's got Wallace and Cooper. To the left. Rosen looking to throw. Could go down the middle. And he hits Amari Cooper on a diving catch. And Atlanta takes their first time out of the game. So good catch there for Amari Cooper. His first of the game. 16 yards. Now they're going 5 wide. Here's Rosen. Kerrigan nearly goes offside. Coming on a blitz. And that throw is way out of bounds. 2nd and 10. They're going to go 5 wide again. Here's Rosen. Rosen looking to throw. And he's going to nearly get intercepted, but Devontae Freeman might have lost track with the safety coming in. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. 29 seconds left to go. Rodgers shotgun formation. Looking to throw. And he hits Brandon Cooks in stride. Cooks' first reception and another timeout by the Falcons. So they get it down to the 4-9. Still a long way from a field goal. You need to get at least another 15, 20 yards. Cooks, though, first reception, 11 yards. Oh, and that was nearly intercepted on the corner. And Josh Rosen just a little erratic with those throws. And because it's under 2 minutes, you can't challenge it. It might be a booth review, but I think he caught that out of bounds. Yeah, and that's what the ref's going to rule it. So it brings up a 2nd down 10. From the 49, here's Atlanta. Looking to come Gets a quick throw to Harris. And that one's going to get no gain, and the Falcons are forced to take their final timeout. So 15 seconds. They have to make a positive play, get it down the field, and then spike the ball before the end of the time expires. Here's Rosen looking to throw down the middle of the field to Cooper. 9 seconds. They don't have enough to get a timeout. Could this run out the clock? 4 seconds. Is this enough to get a field goal? 3. They get the field goal team out there very quickly. And as time expires, the field goal is no good. No, it is good. My goodness, I got to look at that one. I thought that hit the upright, but they're going to give them a field goal, and it's going to be a 20-10 game. Let's take a look at that field goal. And I'm wondering how far that was, too. A 51-yard field goal there from Connor Barth. Okay, let's examine this for a second. Oh my goodness. Can you believe this? I thought it hit the upright and it hits the camera. Let's take another look at that from the up bird's eye view. It hits the camera, so it would have gone through barely by an inch, but I've never seen it where it hits the camera. Does it hit it right on the lens? Yeah, it does. The way it ricocheted off that, I thought it hit the upright, but it actually hits the camera, which is standing right on the back of the post, which is considered a good field goal. Bizarre, but the Falcons will take it. So a 51-yard field goal by Connor Barth ends the first half, and cuts the lead to 10. So we saw a missed extra point in the first half, and we saw a field goal from 51 yards that hit the camera, which I've never seen before. 81 rushes, 473 yards, and 5 touchdowns for Devontae Freeman. His 5th one coming today on a 75-yard touchdown. Here's Rosen in the I formation. Rosen hands it off to Freeman. Freeman looking to get a hole, going out of bounds, and a gain of 5. 4 rushes, 80 yards, and 1 touchdown. That is a good yards per carry. That's just 20 yards per carry for Devontae Freeman. Even though he lost 6 on one and got 75 yards on the other. Single back formation. Rosen looking to throw. Going to go to the tight end Harris. And Harris able to get the reception. And Josh Rosen's first completion of the second half. 52 total passing yards. Strong formation. Here's Rosen. He'll hand it off to Freeman. No, he'll go play action. Rosen going to take another sack there. And it's Tremaine Johnson. His second sack of the day. His second tackle of the day. And the Buccaneers have 3 sacks. Myles Garrett has 2 by himself. Rosen, play action. The blitz coming. And he couldn't get anyone open. Instead of throwing it away, Josh Rosen, the young quarterback, should know better to get that ball away. But now it brings up a 2nd and 22. Oh, and that one was just thrown over Joe Haden. And Amari Cooper in stride takes it down to the 26. It looked like Joe Haden just froze there for a second. And Amari Cooper with the big reception. And just like that, Josh Rosen is able to respond. Cooper's 3rd reception for 80 yards. Now, Atlanta gets it to the 26th. The first time they've been inside the 30 of Tampa Bay. And a nice throw to the tight end Harris. And Josh Rosen is feeling it in the second half. Getting his team down to the 11. The first time in the red zone for this team. And Harris, the tight end, 3rd reception for 25 yards. Here's Rosen to Devontae Freeman. Freeman cuts back, still on his feet. And there's going to be a flag. It might be in the area of face mask. Let's take a look at the call. Personal foul, face mask on the defense. And it's going to be 1st and goal from the 3. And that one's going to be on Jonathan Joseph. Yeah, it looked like a face mask to me as well. And so it brings up first and goal from the 3. Tampa Bay looking to cut this lead to 3. I formation, goal line formation. Rosen hands it off. No, he goes play action. Rosen's got a guy wide open, and he goes to the other side of the field, and he gets the tight end, Phillips. And he had a couple guys wide open on that one, but it's Phillips with the touchdown, and Atlanta cuts the lead to 2016. Following an extra point, which doesn't get blocked, it's going to be 2017, and just a 3-point game. So a nice 6-play, 74-yard drive. The big throw and catch to Amari Cooper was the big play on the drive. After the sack there by Tremaine Johnson, which made it 2nd and 22, Cooper with a 50-yard reception. And Patterson, not sure if he wanted to take it out, does take it out. Spinorama still on his feet. Nice juke move, and it was a good decision to take it out. A little bit of uncertainty there at the beginning, but Patterson taking it out to the 33-yard line. So here's Aaron Rodgers coming back out there. A really good first half, which saw 3 touchdown throws to 3 separate receivers. Rodgers in the single back formation. He's got a man in motion. That's Arnold. Hand off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey going. Sees a little bit of a hole. Gain of 2 there. And it's going to be 14 rushes, 60 yards, but it brings up a 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 coming up. 15 throws to 15 passes. So a nice balanced attack there by the Buccaneers. Rodgers in the single back formation. Heads off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey still on his feet. Making it a manageable 3rd and short. 3rd and 2 coming up. Third and 2 coming up from their own 40. Rodgers going 5 wide. Rodgers looking. He's got Austin Hooper. Hooper's wide open. And down the middle of the field is Hooper. And they're going to go no huddle. Tampa Bay like what they saw, and they don't want Atlanta to make another defensive change. Rodgers looking to throw. Rodgers got Hooper again. No, this time he's going to get sacked. And it's DeForest Buckner coming in with the sack. Too much time there for Rodgers. And it's going to be 2nd and 17. Second and 17 from the 50. Rodgers in the shotgun. McCaffrey to the right of him. Rodgers looking for a screen. Atlanta snuffing out the screen. And McCaffrey's actually going to lose a few yards there. And now it's going to bring up 3rd and 21. So an interesting call there. Something a little maybe too predictable. And it results in a 3rd and 21. Third and 21 coming up here for Tampa Bay. Rodgers looking to make something happen. Doesn't want to throw the ball away. Looking to the middle of the field. No, he gets sacked there. And another sack there from Leonard Williams. And it's going to bring up 4th and 28. And all of a sudden, the momentum is in favor of Atlanta. Since that blocked extra point, it's been all Falcons. But a great punt here. Is that going to stay in? Oh, and it just very cheekily goes into the end zone for a touchdown. Dixon nearly got the Falcons down to the 1-yard line. Would have been an exceptional punt, but it just comes up a little short. Now in the strong formation. Here's Josh Rosen coming off the touchdown pass to Phillips. Hands it off to Freeman. Freeman is going to get tackled, and that could be a holding call. Let's take a look at the call. Holding on the offense, and that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. And it's going to bring up 1st and 19, actually. Total yard, 204 for Tampa Bay, 191 for Atlanta. Now within their 11. Play action to Freeman. Looking to throw. Going down the middle of the field, and it's going to be Mike Wallace with the reception. So 1st and 19, 22-yard reception later, and it's going to bring up 1st and 10. So Atlanta building up a comeback here. I formation. A handoff to Freeman, and he's met there by Sean Lee and Lorenzo Alexander, and Freeman goes down. And that is not a good sign for the Falcon fans. Devontae Freeman injury, and he does not look like he is well. Clock will stop on 2nd and 11, and Freeman will come out of the game. So let's take a look at who the backup running back is for the Falcons. It's going to be Chris Thompson, the speedy, versatile running back, catches balls out of the backfield. Now he gets on a screen. Oh, and a great snuff out there by Jonathan Joseph on the screen. And now it's 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11, and they're going right to Chris Thompson on that one. Doesn't go out of bounds, or does go out of bounds, but doesn't get the first down to go out of bounds. He could have easily had the 2 yards, and now they're going to have to punt it. So Chris Thompson, not a good call there by all accounts. And here's Cordell Patterson trying to stay on his feet, but taken down at the 9-yard line. Interesting play of events there, as Chris Thompson, who could have easily had the first down, comes up short, goes out of bounds, forcing a punt, and now the Buccaneers are inside their own 9-yard line. Here's the first handoff, and it's a handoff to McCaffrey. It's a big hole. McCaffrey gains a first down and a gain of 11. A big run gets them out of trouble there. Christian McCaffrey brings up 1st and 10 from the 21. This will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Rodgers handing it off to McCaffrey again. McCaffrey still on his feet, still pushing his way through. McCaffrey staying strong on his legs, and a gain of 5, and that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. It is 2017 for the Buccaneers. 2nd and 5 coming up. Here's Rodgers, 3 to the right in bunch formation. A.J. Green to the left. Looking to throw. Looking for Austin Hooper. Hooper comes with the reception. Still on his feet. Still making a move. And Austin Hooper. But there's an injury timeout. And it's to Christian McCaffrey. You're going to hate to see that. But McCaffrey goes down with an injury. Let's see what it is. Austin Hooper. Buccaneers are down to 1 running back left in the game. 1st and 10 from the 44. Play action. Doesn't throw it. Goes to the middle of the field, but he's going to get sacked there by Ibukam. And it's going to bring up a 2nd and 17. And Christian McCaffrey, broken thumb, will not be able to return. And that is a big, big loss for the Falcons, for the Buccaneers, who are already without Austin Eckler. They're already out with Christine Michael. And now they're already out with Christian McCaffrey. 2nd 17. Rodgers been hit all day. Rodgers looking at Patterson. And that's going to be some positive yards. And it's going to be 3rd and 7 coming up. Now it's all squarely on the shoulders of Aaron Rodgers. Five wide, 3rd and 7. Here's Rodgers. Rodgers looking. He's got Tavon Austin on the slant. Austin with speed, able to get inside the 40 and to the 38-yard line. So Rodgers 15 for 20, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. Might be his most efficient game of the year. And Christian McCaffrey, a broken thumb on a play that didn't even revolve around him getting the ball. Rodgers goes play action, looking to throw. Rodgers going to the tight end. Austin Hooper with another reception and a gain of 2 on that play. And a gain of 3. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7. Austin Hooper's 5 for 55. Now you got Walton Jr. in there for the injured McCaffrey. Gets the first handoff, and he's going to get met only for a gain of 2. So 3rd and 6 coming up. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie with the tackle. Jesus. I had the guy wide open, but now I have to take a sack. So 4th and 13 from the 41. And does Justin Tucker come out for field goal? 58 yards. Let's see if he can make it. Inside. This would be a new personal best. Tucker's kick is just no good. Just misses. A little bit more power, and that might have gone through. So it remains a 3-point game. Both running backs are been injured in this game, Freeman and McCaffrey. Now it's up to the quarterbacks. Rosen looking at Cooper, and that reception's good. And good enough for a first down. 4 for 94 for Amari Cooper. 3 minutes and change. Tampa Bay holding up to a 3-point lead. Oh, and Sean Lee comes up with the interception and a poor throw to Brandon Cooks. And that is a big, big INT there from Sean Lee. And Josh Rosen, the first turnover of the game, is an interception. Here's Rodgers in the shotgun, handing off to Walton Jr. Walton Jr. still on his feet, pushing through, and a gain of about 5 yards. So 2nd and 5 coming up, just under 3 minutes to go. It's a 3-point game. Devontae Hightower with the tackle there. Rodgers got AJ Green in motion. Rodgers looking to get thrown, but he gets tackled and another sack. Myles Garrett's 3rd sack. I believe that's the 7th sack for the Falcons in this one. We'll take a look after, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and 13 with 2 minutes to go. Rodgers going to hut the ball. Rodgers looking. He's trying to hit AJ Green, and Green can't come down with it. Gets hit, and Donald Penn now hurt. And with 2 minutes and 6 seconds left, the Buccaneers are going to punt it. And here's Dixon with the punt. It's a high boomer. This one's probably going to be a touchback. And it is. So we've hit the 2-minute warning. It's a 3-point game. The interception from Sean Lee can't lead to anything. So they go right back out there. The defense for the Buccaneers. Rosen from his own 20. Going down the middle of the field. Oh, and a good play by Jonathan Joseph. Joseph read that in his 2nd pass deflection of the game. And a strained tricep. So a lot of injuries happening for the Buccaneers in the last few games. And costly ones. Julio Jones, Christian McCaffrey, Donald Penn, right tackle. Bunch formation. Here's Rosen. Rosen looking to Harris, the tight end. And that's going to be good enough for a first down and a gain of 15. And they're going to go no huddle. Josh Rosen trying to keep things going. Maybe lead his team down for a win. Going to throw there. And it's Tramon Williams able to break that tackle, break that catch up. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. 2 deflections for him today. 2nd and 10 from the 35. They need a field goal to at least prolong the game. Touchdown might win it. Oh, and there was a bunch of guys wide open. It's Brandon Cooks with speed. Cooks going down the middle of the field and inside Tampa Bay territory to the 36. And they're going no huddle. Here's Rosen. Looking to find someone. And a miscommunication there with Harris. That's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 36. 6 rushes, 24 passes for the Falcons. Rosen with a quick throw. Nearly intercepted on the slant. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 10. So we saw Connor Barth make a 51-yard field goal. This is in that same range. Single back formation. Rosen hands it off to Thompson. Interesting call. Thompson stays on his feet, and they're going to call timeout the Buccaneers as it brings up 4th and 5. So the Falcons have a chance to tie the game here with a long 48-yard field goal. Here's Connor Barth, already hit from 51. Just barely, though. And the kick up for Barth is... Again, I'm baffled at the fact that that is a field goal. Let's take a look again. Oh, maybe it was just the way it came off. Because it did look like it went right through the net. Yeah. It hit the net and bounced off. A weird bounce. As it hits the net. Bounced off the post and goes in. So we will give that one a better grade for Connor Barth. And it's going to be from 48 yards, as we mentioned, tying the game up at 20. With 56 seconds left to go to tie game. 2 timeouts. Rodgers needs to get his team in field goal range. Here's Tavon Austin on the kick return. Austin with a little bit of room. Coming out. Here's Tavon Austin going right down the middle. And there's going to be a flag, and this one's going to come back a little bit. A legal block in the back, and it's going to be Tampa Bay's ball from their own 20. Jeremy Lane. So 1st and goal from their own 20. Need to get in field goal range, which isn't a lot for Justin Tucker. Here's Rodgers looking to throw. He's got A.J. Green deep. Going to Green. Green on the diving catch. Incomplete. Rodgers 16 for 23, 203 yards, 3 touchdowns, but hasn't done anything in the second half. All 3 of those touchdown passes coming in the first half. Second and 10. Rodgers looking for A.J. Green, and that one's going to be incomplete. And Rodgers needed to get that out quickly or he was going to get hit. So 3rd and 10. You do not want a 3 and out and give Atlanta the ball back. So let us see if Rodgers and company can get the ball to the 31 for a first down. Rodgers looking down the middle of the field to Austin Hooper, and the tight end can't come down with it. Hooper was open, did catch the ball, but it's going to get knocked out of his hands, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and 10. So they're forced to punt it. It's Dixon with the punt, and a good one. This one's going to bring him back to the 20. Here's Mike Wallace. Wallace is going to get met and taken down at the 28. But now the Falcons have a chance to steal a win on home. Single back formation. And it's going to be a handoff to Jeremy Hill. An interesting call there, and they're going to call timeout. So gain of 6 on that. 2nd and 4 from the 34. Here's Rosen looking to throw. Rosen gets it to Harris, and he goes out of bounds. Able to get out of bounds is Harris, and a gain of 8. And with 19 seconds left, they're going to probably need one timeout at least so that they can kick a field goal. Rosen throws to Chris Thompson, incomplete. 17 seconds. 2 timeouts. Gonna need about 25 yards at least to get inside field goal range. Rosen goes play action, looking to throw, and it's gonna be Amari Cooper with a great catch. And he's gonna get 2 feet in and go out of bounds. "12 seconds left, and one more big play could result in the game." Rodgers to Cooper. Cooper gets knocked, and he's going to go out of bounds. And this is going to come down to a field goal. And could Connor Barth hit a 3rd field goal and it be the game winner? Tampa Bay trying to ice him here. This one's going to be about 52 yards for the game. Barth's kick is up, and it's no good. And we might have overtime following an Aaron Rodgers chance at a Hail Mary. Rodgers trying to buy some time for his guys. Rodgers going deep down the field. Hail Mary can't work, and we're going to overtime. So both teams tied up at 20, and it's going to be an overtime. And the Buccaneers choose tails, and it's heads. And the Falcons have won the toss. So the Falcons have elected to receive, which means that a field goal will not win it for them. They will need a touchdown. If the Buccaneers can get a stop, they could win with a field goal. But the Falcons will get first crack at it here in overtime, tied at 20. And it's going to be a touchback from Mike Wallace. 4-minute overtime. Both running backs for each team, starting running back, are out. Freeman earlier, and then Christian McCaffrey with a broken thumb. Here's the first throw. And it's going to be a quick one to Phillips. Phillips gets a first down. And a gain of 11 there on a nice throw by Josh Rosen. Remember, a field goal will not win it for the Falcons. They will need a touchdown. Rosen making an audible at the line. He's going to throw it. Looking down the middle of the field, and it's Amari Cooper wide open. Amari Cooper having himself a day today. 7 receptions, 139 yards. And all of a sudden, just like that, the Falcons are inside the 41. Rosen, single back formation. He's going to fake it. He's going to look down the middle of the field, and it's Brandon Cooks with the reception. And to the 21, a gain of 20 on that play. Brandon Cooks on the play action got himself open. 3 receptions for 60 yards. And now Tampa Bay's defense needs to come up with a stop. Down to the 21. Here's Rosen. He's going to play action. He's going to look to throw. Rosen's got a bunch of time. Rosen going to the end zone. And it's a touchdown, and that's a game. Mike Wallace with the walk-off touchdown. I thought he might have had 2 feet out, but they're going to call it game. And the Falcons come away with the win 26-20. My goodness. Josh Rosen with all the time in the world finding Mike Wallace. I want to take a look at that replay, and I'm not even able to see that. Maybe if I do a highlight. There's no replay available. I don't know that Mike Wallace caught it, but that's going to be the game. And Josh Rosen, outperforms Aaron Rodgers, throws for 332 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 21 for 33. Rodgers, 16 for 26, 203 yards, 3 touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey, though, leaving the game was a big factor in the game. So was Devontae Freeman, 17 rushes, 82, 6 for 83. Amari Cooper, 7 for 139, led the way. AJ Green, 5 for 73, led the way. Austin Hooper, also 5 for 55. But the scoring summary, no points for the Buccaneers in the second half and overtime after they go out and they get a 20-7 lead because it wasn't a 2-point conversion. They missed the extra point, which would have won them the game. It's Connor Barth hitting a field goal that just somehow gets over the bar. Then Phillips with a touchdown. Connor Barth with a field goal late to make it 20-all. And then Mike Wallace with a 21-yard touchdown, which looked like he might have been out of bounds. But that is the end of this one and the end of this week. But the Falcons move up to 4-2, and the 3-2 Buccaneers fall out of first place, out of the NFC South for the first time all season long. But the biggest news was the injury to Christian McCaffrey. With Austin Eckler coming back, but let's see how long McCaffrey is out for. Just 2 weeks with a broken thumb, so he's not out for long. And next week is a battle at home against the Cleveland Browns. So 26-20 is the final for the Falcons in overtime. Mike Wallace, 21-yard touchdown. Walk-off ends it. And a lot of bizarre things happen in this game. But the 3-2 Buccaneers will look to get back on track at home against the NFC North, the AFC North, Cleveland Browns, who are 2-3-1. And so Austin Eckler able to return from an injury. And then you take another look at the injury report. You have Julio Jones out 1 week, McCaffrey out 1 week, Cam Chancellor out 2 weeks. So this is a team at full strength that could do damage. But right now they have some injured bodies. And they are 3-2 following a 26-20 injury, 26-20 overtime win from the Falcons. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Week 7, Madden Franchise Part 6.